FBN Holdings, Nigeria's leading financial company, visited the stock exchange to mark its facts behind the figures. As part of the event, the management of the company, led by its CEO, Mr. Bello Maccido, performed the ceremonial closing bell ringing for the day.
Good afternoon, distinguished Senate members. Please join me in giving a warm NSE welcome to FBN Holdings PLC. To my left, I have the CEO of FBN Holdings PLC, Madam Bello, Maccido. And to my right, Mr. Mr Oscar, the GMD of Bank. We have Mr. Akitume, MD of FBN Capital. We also have the company secretary, Mr. Tijani Morodo. We also have the executive director, Mr. Tokumbo Abiru, corporate banking, and we have the chief risk officer, Mr. Bello. We have executive director of business development with us, Aruna Waziri, and the GM, listing sales and retention, Taba Peterson. They're here to ring the bell to commemorate their facts behind the figures. Let me turn it over to the GMD for FBN Holdings to make a few remarks.
On behalf of all of us from FBN Holdings, we are sincerely honored to be here this afternoon to present our annual traditional facts behind the figures to the exchange. By way of background, let me say that the year 2013 was the first full year of the operations of FBN Holdings PLC. And in spite of the difficulties that were encountered in the year 2013, which we are all familiar with, I am very proud of our accomplishment, of our financial performance as a group. You are all aware that the year 2013 was the year when the new banking tariff regime came into force, specifically in April. And quite a number of measures were introduced, which include the gradual phasing out of commission on turnover, the huge increase in savings rate payable by banks from 1% to 30% of MPR, which came to 3.6%, signaling about 260 basis points increase. The huge increase in cash reserve ratio from 12% to 75% of public sector deposits. The jump in AMCON levy from 0.3% to 0.5% on total assets, and the withdrawal of ATM charges, which all happened simultaneously in the course of the year. But I'm happy to report that in spite of these huge regulatory headwinds that we encountered, our commercial banking enterprise, led by First Bank, actually retained its position in the marketplace. Our commercial banking group was able to match the performance of the year 2012, as you see, in the course of our presentation. And this is because of the very strong retail franchise and the solid pillars that we have built over time, which are difficult to replicate, in addition to very proactive measures that were taken by the commercial banking group to stem the impact of these new policies on our bottom line. Now, while the commercial banking terrain was encountering some regulatory challenges, I must say that the year 2013 was a very good year for our investment banking business, as there were major reforms that were taking place in the investment banking arena, which included power sector reform, as well as the divestment of international oil companies. This actually assisted our investment banking franchise to raise the level of its performance from a profit before tax of 4.5 billion in 2012 to 6.8 billion in 2013, signaling over 51% growth. Likewise, our insurance business also increased its bottom line from 500 million PBT to over 1.2 billion in the course of the year 2013. As we move further into the years as a holding company, it has become very evident that as one segment of the business comes under difficulties, the structure we have in place is such that it enables other business lines to play a supporting role in ensuring that our overall bottom line as a group becomes sustained and sustainable. So as a result, I'm happy to say that in spite of all that we encountered, we closed the year with very attractive gross earnings numbers, as well as very attractive profit before taxes. In recognition of this, we were also able to raise the level of dividend payout that we paid to our shareholders from 32 billion in 2012 to almost 36 billion in 2013. And on a per share basis, it grew from 1 naira per share to 1 naira takeover per share. So as we prepare to present to you the details of our facts behind the figures, we sincerely ask that you continue to believe in our story as FBN Holdings and to continue to support our enterprise, because clearly with 91.4 billion profit before taxes in a very turbulent year, we have been able to prove that we not only have the structures, but we have the pillars to continue to provide appreciable and attractive returns to the market, what the weather conditions notwithstanding. So on behalf of all of us from FBN Holdings, we are sincerely delighted for the opportunity to be here at the exchange this afternoon. Thank you, and God bless you all.